What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, and we are back. We are back, guys, for the second episode of the Dungeons of Eternity PvP tournament. If you want to go back and catch yesterday's fights, that is in the description, and it is above the fold. That means it's right there at the very top of the description. You can go back and click that link and see yesterday's fights. And anybody that caught this yesterday, we did have a number of technical issues that we have now, hopefully, knock on wood, worked through. So if you want to catch those, click that link and you can go back and watch that live stream from yesterday with all of the technical issues and all of the faffing edited out, and it gets right into the combat, and you can see where we are in the matches and why we are there. And also, I saw that a number of people asked about this yesterday on the live stream. I've got the leaderboard linked above the fold in the description, so you can click on that and you can go out to the leaderboard that is public, and you can see how all of the matches played out, and again, why we are where we are. And I'm sitting here with JJ Bonta, who I have thanked several times, but I want to go ahead and kick this stream off by thanking again for organizing this thing. So JJ Bonta and Kyorg, I don't know what happened there. JJ, I'm trying to point and I keep telekinetically picking up glasses. JJ Bonta and Revelator, JJ Bonta and Kyorg organized this thing, which was, I'm sure, an organizational nightmare. So they did a fantastic job of putting this thing together, and it is my great honor to be able to host this thing on my channel. So I'm very appreciative of those guys inviting me to do this. Today we have a moderator. Amy is our stream moderator. So if there are any issues today, Amy is going to send me a message and let me know. So hopefully we've got those. I became overzealous there and jumped out of my chair. Hopefully we've got those technical issues resolved, and this will be a much smoother experience today. Yep. So we are waiting for our other fighter. Hopefully daylight savings time hasn't thrown him off, but we're still waiting for him to show up.
So it's looking more and more likely.
Yeah. In fact, let's just get Assassin in here, because he is more than willing to hop in. And until we hear back from Elite, ideally Amy, if she's checking out the chats, and if Elite responds in the Discord, then that would be great. I'll also kind of check out, see if I get any direct messages throughout the time, but we can definitely check back at 12. Ideally, if you have enough battery by then we will just run that last thing, and until then we could get Assassin in here to do a little exhibition, and we can also interview them at that time too. So,
well, I was kind of thinking honestly, since we're already here, let's see, I can only, okay, JJ, what am I missing? I am on YouTube, Meta, and Discord. Amy is asking a question in Discord. She said she can't hear Cayman in the Discord. No, you can't hear me in the Discord, Amy, because I am currently muted in the Discord. I thought I was. Oh, no, okay, right, yeah, right. I am not muted in the Discord. You should be able to hear me in the Discord. I don't know why you can't.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think here, wait, talking
test,
the Discord
test. Yeah, it's showing me.
I can
yeah.
I think that was a message from a little bit ago.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm on YouTube, Meta, and Discord. You should be good, Amy. You're doing everything. I appreciate it. Then, here we go. We have Essen.
Yeah, so I was thinking, JJ, since we're already here, we're already in front of the fireplace, and we're already, kind of all sitting down. Let's talk a little bit and do our interview, and then we will go into an exhibition match with these two guys.
Sure. Sounds good. And we'll have a hard time pointing at each other.
I know, right?
Pointing is very difficult in here.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait,
Yes.
I'm getting stuck in the... Okay, here, I'm just gonna, like,
And we
throw
wanna-
all of these cups away, and then we'll be better.
Epic.
So,
no
Revelator,
more
how long have you been playing this game? How long have you been playing Dungeons of Eternity?
So, since right at the end of December of 23, we got our Quest headset for Christmas. Is that right? No, it's 25.
Fair enough.
So that was Christmas of 23. So probably about a month, 2 months after the game released.
Okay. Okay, so
I
you
think that's
you
right.
didn't participate in the beta or anything.
No.
Okay, so
Neither
you
did I.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
Assassin, you can take that seat,
Right.
just so we're looking
Oh, that
more
works.
at you.
Well, both of you guys ramped your seem to have ramped your skills up very quickly. So so I did do an interview with Assassin yesterday and got to talk to him a little bit and get to know him a little bit. Let me ask you, Revelator, do you have in real life, in your actual, real person behind the avatar, day-to-day life, do you have any of the do you have any hobbies or any of the skills that translate to the things that you do in Dungeons of Eternity? In other words, are you a real life archer? Do you have any martial arts
Absolutely
experience,
not.
a sword fight, or anything like that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It'd be great. And what's funny is the archery in this game is probably the most satisfying of most of the games. I feel like he and I had a brief conversation about in death once, so that might have been butane. In death is also good, but the archery in this game, I've been addicted to it from the beginning. It's so much fun, and it has made me
agree.
want to find somewhere to go learn how to shoot a bow and arrow in real life, which is obviously going to be far more difficult than it is in this game because physics,
got the
and
weight.
gravity, the amount of strength it takes, to draw power on the bow. But it has made me want to actually do that. And I have no idea how I'm going to make that happen.
Interesting.
But I have no real life experience shooting a bow. and
Okay.
arrow.
But
Very interesting.
What about
So,
like other
us-
sports or something? Like, is it just no archery experience, or do you have other like sporting experience?
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as competitive sports in the distance past, like when I was high school, college, but I'm way past that. I just hit 51. But yeah, I mean, I'm into fitness. I mean, I stay fit with weights, do
Yeah.
stuff. So, I mean,
Well,
but
I tell you,
I mean, I'm not into like mixed martial arts or sword fighting or even things like LARPing and whatever they call it, where people they go at each other with like
That's
foam
it.
and wooden composite swords, right?
right. So you don't do any of that stuff. What
Nope.
about, have you ever been into, apart from Dungeons of Eternity, are you into RPGs and, science fiction and fantasy and things like that in and of itself?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, as far as games or just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
I'm a film buff, love movies, love reading, love fiction, into lots of authors, just on that front, science fiction, fantasy. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of the genre.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And have you ever played any like tabletop role playing games or anything like that?
Ages ago. I mean, I haven't played pen and paper like D&D since I was a very young person. But what's crazy is, with the popularity, like I played through Baldur's Gate 3 and, other like games in that genre in the franchise in the past. And I have adult friends that post-COVID world pandemic, right, that they get together and they play pen and paper D&D like on Zoom, on a Google Meet, things like that. And I don't know. I think at least one person has tried to invite me into that, and I thought, I need to find the time. It's just finding the time.
Interesting. Yeah. So for our viewers who may not have been here yesterday, again, you can go back and catch up on yesterday's matches. Link above the fold in the description. But Revelator is the contender, one of our two contenders for champion. So we're waiting for our other fighter to show up. So Revelator is in the final match today against Elite, and Assassin was a real contender. And these two guys fought yesterday, one of the most tense fights that we had. I mean, it went right down to the wire. Both of these
It's
guys,
just blind dumb luck. Honestly.
both of
I mean, you could flip a coin. Probably.
To be fair, I didn't have my shot distance bow equipped.
Oh.
And now that I do, I figured out
shut up.
a new way to fight people. I'm serious.
Okay.
Both of these
Also-
guys are
Probably gonna get
excellent
wrecked.
archers, and it was one of the most intense matches that we've
I still
we've
gotta
had.
show you guys how to fire the bow at a stupid fast rate because it's possible. It's all skill based. One of my friends
yeah.
was calling me, telling me it was an exploit. I don't think it is because it's all skill based and trick of the hand. It's not something you can easily pull off, and you have to be accurate with your shots. And I am. So it's a trick of sleight of hand and being accurate as hell. So it increases your
I get that.
fire
Yeah.
speed by 2.5 times. So I could lose 5 arrows in 2
There's-
seconds if I
There's
really
kind of a
wanted to.
twitch, right? It's kind of a twitch.
Yeah, it's like a
thing
twitch.
as far as
I had
like a fast twitch thing with the
such
controller.
sore arms
I know what you
yesterday.
mean.
I probably fired 5,000 arrows. I was so exhausted. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
my
my
rotator cuff was
my right
complaining.
hand was cramping so hard. My 3 fingers, my
Yeah.
index and my middle, they were all super sore and numb. So at one point I was like, I'm switching fingers to fire because I can't use his hand anymore. It was that bad.
Yeah, we were
That's
actually
awesome.
talking about that. JG and I, he had brought that up a number of times during the commentary that these guys, their arms must be worn out. And viewers, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you
It was
guys,
exhausting.
for any of you
Oh,
guys
boy.
that do not play this
Yeah,
game,
listen.
it truly is exhausting. I mean, it can really
Oh yeah.
take a toll on your,
That shoulder and
Yeah.
just the whole
Yeah.
arm. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
also I do
so-
want to mention that Assassin, you got 3rd place. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that was 3rd
Yeah,
place.
that's the
Yeah.
place.
Yep. So that's a good thing to note. He did get 3rd, and not because he didn't lose because of his bow skills. He lost
Nope.
because he was forced to choose longsword.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I got beat by an ankle biter, but what do you know? I beat it. You beat me fair and square. It's all good.
Yeah, that was a very good match too. That one
It was
very
really
close.
tooth and nail. It was really close. He was juking my shots. It felt really good.
Yeah.
Like even
It's great to watch.
even if he's young, he did really well. I give him
Who-
props because
Who was
Yeah.
the guy that you went up against who came all the way up that was using axes?
Oh yeah, Funky
watched
Kong.
he
him.
was
They go,
cool. I don't
"Fuck it,"
remember
yeah.
his name.
Funky Kong, yeah.
Yeah, Funky Kong.
Yeah,
He was
Mhm.
he was such a Chad. I
That was
liked fighting
impressive.
him. He
That was-
fought
yep.
me with this melee weapons
was.
while I had a bow, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to just cheese this guy. I'm gonna fight at this level 2. So I
A
just
little
whipped
bit.
him out, and I was going at him with the axes, and it felt really good to like throw an axe at him, and like it clipped him in the legs. I threw one of them, and it clipped him, and it felt really good. I like that the
Yeah.
weapons home in on players in that mode because I
Right.
didn't think they would because I'd never really experimented with that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh yeah, I actually got him one time, and then I threw both of them at him and got him in the face at one point. It was such a takedown. It was funny.
Yeah,
But
that's
no, he was
awesome.
real Chad. He was cool. I
yeah,
liked
that
him.
was a very interesting match, and that does bring to mind. We were talking about before the stream started. We were talking about possibly as we do this in the future having different categories, and I think that would be an interesting thing to do, to have a category where people are allowed to throw their melee weapons, and then a separate category where people where throwing weapons is not allowed and people actually have to melee. I think that might be an
Dude,
interesting
it would be
thing.
Yeah, I agree, and it would be even better if we could get the developers to make it required that you can't throw your weapon. And so, yeah, that would just to make sure the tournament rules would be kept in place.
Yeah, at
Yes.
one point it was like
There's only
A
snowball
mode
fight
where
with
the
great
weapon could
swords.
only be in 2 places, in your hand or in your holster. In other words, you can't
Yeah.
you can't throw it. That would be
Yep,
very
yep.
interesting.
Horrible mode.
Yeah.
Would be
The only
pretty
trick with
interesting.
that is that even weapons that aren't throwable are throwable.
Well, that's why we're
Well,
saying it. The
and you need a
developers.
referee basically to like keep it at right. You need
No,
to
no, no.
That's
somehow
what
to
we're
keep it-
saying, though, that we would make it so that the actual game doesn't allow you to release it from your hand.
This is going to
it
be
was
awkward
like-
with me sitting in the chair, but yeah,
I
I
think
can't
it
even
would
get
be
it off
cool
of my
if
back.
they
But you can
added-
throw a longbow at people.
I think
Yeah,
it'd
yeah.
be cool if they added a game mode to the arena where you could have an elimination mode where somebody has so many lives and respawns,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Mhm.
say you had 4 people fighting, everybody's got 5 lives, and it's every man for himself. That would really go hard.
Oh, like a battle
Say you're
royale.
stuck with battle royale, right? Say you have like, say 5 teams of 4, but everybody's got
Mhm.
5 lives, and it's all melee weapons only and no throwable.
Right.
That would really mix things up.
And even
You
team-based.
can't, you can't heal. You can't spam arrows because it would be too easy for me to just shoot
Well,
4 people with a bow. It would
since
be
we're
too
on the
easy.
topic of trying
Yeah.
to look forward, I think I don't know how difficult it would be for them to implement something like this, but they've already got the
Oh, I don't
map
know.
and they've got the PvP mode. Adding a capture the flag type of
That
a,
would
like
be
a
cool.
team-based
That
PvP,
would be
Yes.
really
right, where you've
cool.
got a
It would
you
be
know,
slow
whether
with the
it's-
flag, but you could try and capture
Yep.
it and bring it back.
Yeah.
That would be
something
awesome.
like that, like a
Capture
team-based
the death whistle.
game mode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to bring it back to your base and blow it. And once you
That's
do
right.
that,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, there is really so much potential here. I would very much enjoy this exact setting right here that also involved a couple of the devs, which I know that JJ. By the way, I didn't,
there.
but I will when I close this stream out. I will link JJ's channel in the description as well. JJ has had a number of interviews with the devs that are very, very interesting, where they talk about these very kinds of things. So yeah,
and just
That's good
mentioning
stuff.
that, in one of those interviews, we were talking about PvP and like obviously when PvP came out, that was one of the topics. And I think one of the things to note there is that even now PvP has been out for a few months, but it's still experimental. Like it's mostly just an experimental game that it's not like the most refined thing. There's games that are specifically designed for PvP. This game is not. And yet, if it gains enough traction, I think they're willing to put a little bit more effort into it and make it more of a core experience of this game. Because right now, the core experience is still the PvE aspect of it. So
yes,
we'll
yes,
see. We'll see how it looks. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited.
And it the PvP obviously was their original core intention and target audience is people who enjoy the PvP experience, because that obviously is much more refined. And again, I want to say to any viewers who are out there who maybe saw this advertised on Reddit or whatever, and you're watching because you're esports fans and maybe don't play this game, the game, let me just plug the game for a second, is phenomenal. What you're going to see today is a PvP battle hopefully between Revelator and the other contender for champion, Elite. We're going to give him an hour to get here in case daylight savings time has thrown him off. But
Even
we're
if
also
he's
going to
not
have an
here on
exhibition
time,
match between Revelator and
you should have
Assassin,
him.
who fought yesterday. One of the most intense fights that we saw. It was a fantastic fight, and we're going to give these guys a chance to have an
rematch.
off the books
so cool.
rematch. And I think everyone will be interested to see that. But that's what you're going to be seeing today is the PvP, but the PvE experience in this game is incredible. And that was their first baby. The PvP was
Speaking
added
of
later.
I've got a dungeon that is absolutely busted that no one has. I gave it to Royal and a few others. I've still got it. It is 24 rooms, 400 monsters, and 16 chests. It takes you 90 minutes to clear it on the hardest difficulty. It gives you
That's almost too
400
long.
enemies. So it gives you 1.5 the amount that you can set to the maximum in the arena mode, which is 300. You get 400 actual mobs, and they're all meat sponges, and you got to kill each and every. It's absolutely insane.
I've got a map
is
saved
huge.
that is the polar opposite of that, and it's 6 rooms, and you can run it by yourself and get like 40 to 43 kills, and it takes about 2.5 minutes. And
Nice.
there's
See,
2
I
chests,
did
think.
this one dungeon with this kid and his mom. It was really good. I ran that.
I
And
saved
they
it just
were
for the novelty.
absolutely exhausted by
funny.
the time they were
Right.
done with that one dungeon. They said it was like doing 6 dungeon runs. It was that
Yeah.
intense. It was
Right.
just you
Wow.
you had the maximum amount of spawns in every single room possible coming at you from all sides. It was hilarious.
That's
That's
awesome.
crazy. Cool. Well, Cayman, I don't know about you. Do you want to get them into their exhibition match now, or shall we do anything else.
Let's see what time it is. Let's work on our. Oh yeah. I think it would be good. So it is 10:20 now Central Standard Time.
4, yeah.
That'll be 11:20 your time. I don't know what time you guys are in, but so we're hoping that Elite is going to be here by 11 o'clock by this clock here, and if he's not, I don't know what are we going. How are we going to handle that? Are we going to have to reschedule this again, or are we just going to call that a forfeit?
I wouldn't call that a forfeit. That would be unfair. He got all the way up to the top to be forfeited.
Depending. I mean, if he just continues to not reach out, if he just kind of ghosts us, then yes, it's going to have to be a forfeit.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't want to keep scheduling these streams saying that we're going to have this match, and then people come to watch it and we don't have it
next time.
Tune in next time, and I promise we're going to have the match. So,
that's right.
Yeah, I feel like
we can maybe do that one more time, and maybe that's like his last chance. And it's not like we used I didn't ping everyone on the Discord. I didn't use the announcements, so I'm not like bothering everyone. I'm only bothering the people who are keeping up with events and enthusiasts. So
right. Well, I was just checking the viewers here. We've got 9 concurrent viewers. We had 13 at one point. So we've got right now we've got 14. We've got 14 concurrent viewers right now. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got some people watching.
I was talking to Hjorg last night about a perk that I think that would be really cool, a weapon perk for the bows and crossbows. I was like, what if you could implement a multi-shot? So when you go to grab an arrow, there's a 10-15% chance you grab multiple, like 2 or 3 arrows.
Shoot 2 at the same time.
Like a scatter shot.
Yeah, kind of like a scatter shot, but with small spray, and it would be like a 1 in 5 shot. You get multiple arrows, but there's no way to tell if you've got multiple. It would be interesting.
I would like that. That's definitely one of the suggestions we've seen, and I really think that would be cool to see.
He was telling me, he was like, so you want to make the crossbow a shotgun? And I was like, no. That wouldn't be a very good idea.
JJ, let's do this. Since we have a good number of concurrent viewers in the chat right now, let's to make good use of our time here, because I feel like once we go in there and go into a match with these guys, they're going to just destroy each other in a matter of a few minutes, and then we're going to be right back to this.
I think it'll be like that. I'm going to play like cat and mouse.
Let's go. Let's open this discussion up a little bit to the chat. Let's talk about who. So I understand that Revelator and Assassin are both active guild members, and they're very good players, and they both have gone very, very far in this tournament that started with 60 people. JJ is not a developer of the game. He is a community manager of the Discord, the Dungeons of Eternity Discord.
Just the
community manager in general. Okay. So JJ is the community manager of Dungeons of Eternity, and with a direct line to the developers and lots of insights. So if you have any questions for any of these two excellent tournament winning players, or if you have any questions for JJ, pipe up and put them in the chat, and let's open this discussion up to the chat a little bit, see if anyone wants to take advantage of that.
Now I feel like I'm on talk radio.
We've got about well, that's good. That's what I'm going for here. That's my goal.
I don't have my soundboard hooked up. I've got the NFL Patriots theme to blast, so he can have an actual NFL announcement come up while he's talking.
Oh man,
so funny.
Also, Cayman, you mentioned that Assassin was a guild member. Assassin, are you a guild member? Are you in one of the guilds?
I don't think I am.
Okay, yeah, he's not. So yeah, there were some other guild members.
I see. Okay, I told a lie.
That's okay, but we don't officially have a guild system in the game. That's just like a done. And so yes, Revelator is in the Eternal Legion guild.
Eternal Legion
is not.
Lots of good people. Lots of nice people.
Yes, lots of good people in there.
I mean, it's a byproduct of Discord, really.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Just the Discord community and people.
Exactly. Yep. But yeah. So if we see any chats, Life is Awesome wants to know, can you explain more how you use the bow? Yeah, Assassin,
I can explain that.
The pointy end goes towards the monster.
Okay, so how it would work is you have to... Well, Infernal.
You can stand on the
Stand
table. How
still.
about that?
Yeah, that works.
Be on
That's
dis-
our
You would
stage.
have to keep your hand.
Yeah.
You would have to keep your hand for your bow horizontal, but close to your chest. But I mean this in the sense of not towards the center of your chest, towards the right side where your right lung would be.
So we're looking at. I don't know if all of you guys are looking at it, but when you say your chest, it's actually above your head. I think because
Ah.
one foot is down
So-
on the floor and one's
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
table. There you go. That's better. You can.
So
continue.
for me, my right lung would be about here then. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you would want to hold
There
your
we
bow
go.
realistically.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
for your hand, you want to keep your right hand always on the quiver. You want to try and time throwing arrows as fast as you can. And how it works is you keep your bow horizontal, you pull it towards your quiver. It takes no effort for it to latch on immediately, and then you snap it forward.
Nice.
Wow, look at that fire rate, man. That is phenomenal.
Yeah. So rather than pulling back your arrow, you're basically pulling
Yes,
the
I'm pulling
bow
my bow
forward.
to the arrow.
Yeah.
I pull
yeah.
the bow to it, and you have to find your center by grabbing the arrow and snapping it like a slingshot. When you can find your center on where you're aiming, you won't miss. So, for
Okay,
instance, if I wanted to shoot that barrel, I could hit the same spot.
Nice.
10 times, and I
Nice.
wouldn't miss,
Interesting.
and it would just be bullseye after bullseye. This is the shot distance bow. This one will probably give you more pay.
And that's
I
another
didn't have
aspect of all this. Yeah.
A Revelator, do you have a different method that you use?
I feel like the several people I've talked to in this game that really specialize with the bow probably all have their own, I don't know, kind of technique and
Uh-huh.
way that they kind of get it in. Because like we mentioned earlier, it's you're not beholden to the actual physics of having to draw a bow, because this is the kind of thing you can get on YouTube and actually look at demonstrations of people demonstrating actual archery, and it takes a very
Oh yeah,
right.
it's very
I mean
different.
right, a lot of upper body strength, but in this game you can just, like he was showing, you can just which is
Yeah,
easy
you just-
basically, as fast as like pulling a trigger. But there's definitely something to getting it accurate, practicing some of the accuracy.
For sure.
Okay, so Shadow Moon Witch is asking to all of you, how long did it take to solo the final level? How long did it take you to solo the final level of difficulty? To all of you, how long did it
Not
take you to
really that
solo the
much.
final level of difficulty?
Not long.
When
I
you've
mean, I
got an
remember,
enemy when you've got enemies that are stronger and bigger, like the demons, the bigger the target it is, the easier it is to hit for me, because
Well,
the
you
bigger
sure.
the target. Yeah.
yeah,
I
for the
think
center
it's
mass.
also, just for some context first, that question's a little misleading because there's not just one level at the
Right.
end. Like it's
Yeah,
all
you could
randomly
keep going.
generated. So yeah, and plus you can have a dungeon that is as long as you said, like it takes an hour and a
25
half to
rooms and
complete,
takes an hour and a half.
yeah, or like 6 rooms that Revelator mentioned, and it
True.
could take like a couple minutes to complete. And so
Yeah, yeah.
soloing the hardest difficulty depends on that randomly generated dungeon or the save dungeon that you have.
Right.
But yeah,
I think the
considering
thing to
you guys-
remember with difficulty 7 is that the monsters there's a large
You're
jump
welcome,
in the
Life
amount
is
of health that they have. The HP of the monsters, the amount of damage they can soak up, there's a very large jump between difficulty 6 and difficulty 7. So, if you've just recently leveled up from 55 up to 60, get higher damage weapons, get weapons with the really good perks on it. Ice weapons have a big advantage in higher difficulty levels because it enables you to kill faster, basically. I
Like,
think most
example, if I was to come up against a purple demon, right? The purple demon takes about 10 to 12 hits, and then he
Right.
gets taken down. But if I hit him
Unless
with
you
this
freeze
axe
him.
in the stomach, it will instantly freeze him, and then my
Right.
counter move will kill him in one shot.
shatter him.
Yeah.
Which is why,
That's why
I
I
mean,
prefer
I
both
think
of these.
it's very common. You look at 60. Look, ice, ice,
Ice
baby,
is arguably the most OP thing.
ice.
The only way I
mean-
could see that they would nerf ice is if you were to freeze an enemy, it wouldn't insta kill them when they're frozen.
Yeah.
You could still shoot them, but they're still frozen. And still hit them
Like a little more
rather
parity
than
with
one
poison.
shot them, because the easiest way to clear tier 7 is to freeze and one-shot most
Yeah.
monsters.
Ice. Just use ice.
And if you're going with poison or fire, unless you have crit and large damage modifiers on your arms with exo points,
yeah.
it doesn't really get you that far. Yes, crits
Yeah,
will
that's
be
the
good.
that's the alternative, right? Just to run
I
with
figured out a way to stack 3 of the perks together to give you
Yeah.
2,000% damage.
right,
So I have to wonder if
impale,
maybe what
plus quad damage.
I have to wonder if maybe what Shadow Moon Witch was actually referring to was how long did it take you guys to get from level 1 to level 60?
That's another
Oh,
way to interpret
That's
it.
a tricky
Yeah.
question because I've had this game
Yeah, I
since
don't
it came
remember.
out, and back then
Right.
we didn't have 60. We had
Yeah.
50, and
I don't remember how long it took me to get.
it probably took me
1
about 2 weeks,
to
I would
50.
say, because
Ooh.
I think
when
I
I
was
first
similar.
played,
Yeah.
but my thing was I'm on the quiz 3. I had only 2 hours of battery life, and then I'd have to charge it for 4. So my biggest issue was battery life. So I got 2 backup battery packs, and they're both on my head. So I get 5.5 times of battery life. I've got the elite strap, and 1 plugs in, and then I've got the Nord Quest that gives me 2.5 times, or 2.5. Oh, he disconnected. That's not good.
Oh no.
He'll probably
So we've
be right back in.
He'll be back.
I've got 2 battery packs on my head to give me 5.5 hours of battery life, which I've timed. So I can keep going as much as I want, or at least until I feel like I'm done.
Yeah, 5
because-
tends to be a lot.
Yeah,
Enough
5 times to be a
play.
lot. There's no way
Yeah.
you're playing this for 5 hours and then
Okay.
really not recovering from it.
Yeah.
We are going to
There
hope
he is.
that doesn't happen again today.
Oh, I hope not.
Well, at least
Yep,
not during
yep.
the match. If there is a match, I
Yeah.
really hope that we can. If someone in the someone in the
The only
Discord knows
reason-
how to get hold of Elite, if you can continue to try to get hold of him.
I could try and
Yeah. Well, I
One
mean,
thing,
I don't
though,
mean
the
us, but I
reason
mean
I'd
just
say
someone.
it took me 2 weeks is because during when I was employed at the time for a specific job and I worked night shift, I could only play for a certain time during the day, and then I'd have to wait 4 hours for it to charge. Otherwise, I would have played for a good, say on a Saturday, I would have played like 8 hours rather than 2. But due to battery life constraints at the time, I could do only 3 matches in a dungeon, and then my headset would just be dead. I could only do 3 runs. That was what I had it down to. And I was like, I can't do this. I want to play it more. I'd rather not do 3 little dips. So I went and I dug in the internet for battery packs, and the Nord Quest is arguably the best one. It takes just as long to charge the normal headset to charge that one, and you get at least 4 hours of time. And then the Elite strap I have tied to the top of that, you can plug each of them in when one dies, and it acts as a conserved battery, so it uses that instead of the headset. So I've got an hour and a half plus 2 hours plus 2 hours.
Nice.
Let's see if anyone else in the chat has any questions. So
we have the
Mar-
question: are they having a match?
Are they having the match? Yeah. Well,
We can
we
do that.
we certainly hope.
Exhibition
down.
match at least.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
all rested.
is he
and ready
referring to the
go.
exhibition match, or is he referring to the championship match, which is what is on the thumbnail of the
Oh, if we
stream?
could get Elite in here, I'd hop out of here so fast.
Yeah, I really hope that he shows up.
I think
Me too.
one of our fighters has
this-
not shown up, Mark. We're hopeful because it's daylight savings time, so we're hopeful that's just got him screwed up. But we are, at the very least, we are going to have an exhibition match between our 3rd place winner and our current contender for 1st place, which these guys had one of the most intense matches that we saw yesterday, and they're both
It was
very
like Hunter be hunted. It was insane.
yeah,
I
they're
loved
both
it.
top level, high level archers. Some of the best, I would say, probably some
Yeah.
of the best archers in the game. So we're going to at least have that exhibition match, and hopefully have the championship match. And if our championship fighter doesn't show up, JJ tells me that we're going to give him one more chance. So I will have to reschedule that. But if he doesn't show up today,
then Revelator is our champion.
yeah, then Revelator will be our champion. So, well, it's don't give up hope yet, though. We are still trying to
Yes,
get in
yes.
touch with him, and steadily trying to get in touch with him. And I just asked the Discord if anybody can please Okay, yeah, Mark said either. Yeah, we're going to start the exhibition match here pretty soon. We were just having
Cool.
an interview with
Yeah,
some of our
let's
players.
do that, and plus that'll give a little bit of resting time for Revelator in case Elite is planning to get on at 11 for you, in case he didn't know about the daylight saving.
Right.
But he could just be an hour behind. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get with this.
Hell yeah.
This exhibition match here.
This will also be a good opportunity for you and I to work out our technical process when the match begins.
Yep. True. Yep. And I'm guessing you guys are gonna want to do bows, but Revelator is likely going to be forced to longswords.
Yep.
So,
well, we'll see.
If you want to practice
We'll see.
longswords, you can do that too.
I mean,
The one game that I played swords with the most, that was arguably the best for sword play by far for a parry system, I would call this Dark Souls VR. It was called Legendary Tales, and it was another RPG multiplayer VR.
I read about
Dungeon
Legendary
crawler?
Tales. Yeah.
I got to talk with the developer.
How was
It
that?
was really cool. It
How
was really
that
good.
game?
It is good. I have a whole tutorial / combat video on how to parry, because you have to parry everything, and when you parry an
Okay.
enemy, he staggers backwards.
Nice. Yeah, I think we're missing in this game a really good parrying system, because right now you can
That would be
block,
cool if they
but it doesn't
implemented it.
actually parry. Yeah. So that's a pretty popular suggestion in the Discord.
It is
and,
extremely difficult to parry.
Oh yeah. There's
Okay.
only
I
really
wouldn't even consider it
blocking,
parrying.
and then they knock your weapon and they lock, and then they try to swing at you again. So there's no
Yep.
real you can. What I didn't like that they added is
Let's
if I
let
shoot their axe,
Came and take it
they-
away here real
back-
quick, and we'll get back to this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, sure.
all right. So I'm going to go over the kind of go over how the match works for the tournament. These two guys are both familiar with this because they've obviously fought numerous matches yesterday. But the way this works is the fighters will agree to either use their own loadouts or a loadout from the sandbox designer, which means that they both get the same default, kind of out of the box weapon class. If they cannot agree, then they go to longswords. I think both of these guys are going
Yeah,
to
I think
agree
we're
to
past
use
that,
their own
because,
loadouts
I mean,
because
I think it's
they're
fine.
both
This is-
archers.
Yeah.
Then we will start the match. JJ will send the fighters to their respective corners and will begin the match, and that is when they begin fighting. Just as a reminder, guys, we will not be able to hear you once the match starts. You will not be able to hear us until we get back out into the lobby here after the match is over. Are there any questions from anyone?
I'm good to go.
Okay. All right. Well, then we are going to go ahead and JJ, I am going to go ahead right now and actually, you know what? Actually, it's really kind of irrelevant for me because they don't hear me on Discord anyway. I'm going to go ahead and mute my Discord and disable my voice chat in the game. And you just remember to unmute your Discord when the match starts and to disable voice chat.
Will do.
All right. All right, guys. Disabling voice chat, and here we go. All right, here we are for our exhibition match between Revelator and Assassin. Two of the best fighters that we had yesterday. We've got the third place winner and the contender here. Revelator is the contender for first place. JJ is about to start the match. And one thing for the viewers I didn't mention before the match, but this game does not have a true spectator mode. So the game sees us as fighters as well. So if one of those guys accidentally shoots us, it will kill us. So we have to kind of stay out of the line of fire. So I just get the best possible view that I can. JJ, you are not in the Discord. At least I don't hear you.
Now?
Yes. Okay.
Fantastic.
All right. These two guys are okay. And Revelator gets a kill. Revelator gets a kill on Assassin. And if you remember our conversation during these two guys' fight yesterday, JJ, we were saying that we felt like Assassin had a slight speed advantage, and I think we saw that out there in the lobby during the interviews as well. He's a little bit faster, but I still believe that Revelator is a little bit more accurate, and that's not to take away from either one of these guys' skills in either one of those categories. But I would give Assassin a slight speed advantage, and I would give Revelator a slight accuracy advantage. Do you still believe that's true?
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, it looks like Assassin just got the kill back. But yeah,
yes,
Assassin was close up, and I think still, if Assassin's able to get close enough, he tends to get the kill. And Revelator, if he can tactically keep his range, then he tends to get that kill. So it's really just a matter of what distance they can maintain.
Yes, and I think we're seeing that. I think we're seeing that in the way these two guys are fighting right here. Now, these two guys have the same color of bow, so it's difficult for me to differentiate between the two when they're at a distance. Which one of them is this right here on our side?
This one over here is Assassin, and the one far is Revelator.
Okay, so we've got Assassin on this side, and it looks like they've taken... So Revelator, and we noticed this in the match yesterday, Revelator is trying to keep the distance between the two fighters, so he is trying to rely on his accuracy, whereas Assassin is trying to close that gap and rely on his speed.
Yep.
And so that just sort of, I feel that sort of validates mine and JJ's theory here as to these two guys' strengths that they're trying to play into. You can see that Assassin tries to get up and close the gap between the two so that he can just overpower Revelator with his sheer force of number of arrows that he is able to put down.
For sure. Yeah, I think that is the case. And yeah, it looks like they are both playing a little more tactically than I believe they played last time. Looks like Assassin just got a shot in. Hard to see exactly when they do get hit, but sometimes we can see that flash. But oh yeah, Revelator's keeping his top, his height advantage, and Assassin is now coming to close the distance. Oh
yeah, here comes Assassin. Assassin gets a kill. Okay. Assassin pulls ahead 2-1.
That was a fall damage kill there. Maybe if he got shot at the last minute before he hit the ground, that could have been Assassin's shot. But I believe he just died because he hit the floor. So, yeah, got to be careful.
Well, even if it was a fall damage kill, Assassin got the credit because the score is showing 2-1 right now, and Revelator ties it up. Ties it up. It's an exciting match, just like it was yesterday, back and forth. These two guys are very closely matched, both excellent archers and very closely matched in terms of their skill. And they're a very interesting match to watch because although they're very close in terms of their skill, they're different in terms of their style. And Assassin gets another kill on Revelator and pulls ahead. This is just going back and forth. Very interesting match.
Very interesting.
Okay, and it looks like Assassin is down here taking cover. He's crouched behind this ledge.
Yeah, Assassin seems to try to keep cover down at the bottom until he can get close enough and come up onto Revelator, but then same thing kind of goes for Revelator. He tries to stay up in the open and maintain his distance away from Assassin. But looks like Assassin was able to get up top, and he's trying to close the gap here.
And so I noticed what Assassin was doing was playing a stealthy game here and trying to sneak up and get close to Revelator.
Very similar to his name, Assassin.
Yeah.
Similar.
And he did. He did close the distance, and Revelator still managed to take him out. So that was an excellent play on Revelator's part. Okay, and Assassin pulls ahead again, 4-3.
Wow, an Assassin. Oh yeah, I guess he just spawned really close, really close to Revelator.
Yeah,
closed the gap naturally.
I had to actually move away from Assassin because I could tell that Assassin was trying to play a stealth game and sneak up on Revelator, and I was afraid that I was going to give his position away. We don't want to, by our presence, affect these guys' game. So Revelator gets a kill on Assassin and ties it back up.
Impressive. Yeah, and so one thing we noted in the interview is that Assassin wasn't actually using shot distance on his bow, that weapon perk that basically makes your arrows fly faster. And he didn't do that in the previous match they had against each other, but this time he's upgraded to that shot distance perk, and so that might be helping. Right now he is in the lead, so We'll see
It
if
might be. He just took the lead with that kill, and and oddly, even though the match has stayed neck and neck, I have noticed that Assassin is spending more time in the lead. Assassin will get a kill and pull ahead. Revelator will tie it up. Assassin will get another kill and pull ahead, and Revelator will tie it up. So Revelator has spent less time in the lead than Assassin has during this match.
Oh, looks like, oh wow, Revelator took the kill even though they were close up. I was expecting Assassin to get that one, but it looks like they also spawn close to each other, so Assassin can bring it right back. We'll see how this duel goes. Yep, Assassin took that kill
And Assassin
right back.
takes the lead. Yep.
And Revelator spawns over here by us. Gotta get out of this line of fire. And there they go, back at it, shooting at each other from a long distance, and Assassin closing the gap. We'll have to get out of the fire here again.
Viewers, JJ and I have to do the best that we can do to keep these guys in our sights and keep out of the line of fire ourselves and not affect their play style,
their tactics, yeah.
or the battle. Okay, and Assassin gets another kill. Assassin is ahead by 2 now, gaining a little bit of a lead.
Yeah. Looks like
the game has no true spectator mode, so the game sees us as legitimate combatants. So these guys see us running around. It's not that they don't see us, they do.
Correct. Oh, and Assassin's dropping down. I gotta run away myself. And here they go. They're close up, using the angles, using the pillars to their advantage. Assassin dropped down, Revelator dropped down, and Revelator gets the kill.
Closes the gap a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing how similar this match is to the match that they played yesterday. They definitely have a very distinct style, each of them their own, and that is the way they play.
Yes,
these guys are experienced players. These guys are not in any way novices. They have their tactics. And Revelator closes the gap and ties it back up.
Yeah, 7-7. Uh-oh. Looks like Assassin accidentally grabbed his axe while in the middle of this firefight. And there we go. Assassin again with the kill. And
he got the kill though, and he has pulled ahead. So both of these guys have spent some time in the lead here, and the match has been neck and neck.
Yeah, and actually I don't think Revelator has been in the lead at all. I think he's always been either tied up or 1 point behind, just like we are now.
Has he not? I thought he had taken it one time, but okay, I guess not.
So. Yeah, but he might get this lead here. Oh yes, there we go.
Oh, he did though. No. He just he's still even.
Tied up. Yep. So we'll see if he can get this pull ahead for the first time. Almost at the end, they each only need 2 more kills to win this match, but they only have 47 seconds to go, so they really need to get close to each other. And whoever gets this last kill, and there we go. So
Assassin for game point.
Yeah,
Assassin needs to either run out time or get this last kill. Hopefully he's going to keep things interesting by trying to get the last kill. If he were playing a tournament match here, it would probably be to his benefit to try to run out time.
Yeah, but as this is an exhibition, I think they're trying to kill each other. It looks like it.
Yeah, they certainly are. And look at those arrows fly, man. I've got a great perspective here. I mean, it's just streak after streak. Ooh, and Assassin takes the win. Okay, remember to re-enable your voice chat.
Yep, will do.
Nicely done.
Great game, guys. Great game. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, man.
What a game.
GG. Holy crap. Dude, my arms are so sweaty.
I feel like I had much my environmental awareness was terrible that time because I killed myself at least once.
Nope.
Just from fall
I figured out a new tactic. So you go off of, you can hit me from a distance. I used that against you and tried to get close.
Yeah.
But I also use blind spots.
Yeah, you're better than me in the close range. That's for sure. You can fire faster than I can.
Yeah.
Hey guys, also
it's just the fall damage. If nothing else, man, for future tournaments and future players in PvP, you have got to be extremely careful up on those platforms.
So great match, by the way. Revelator, you do have your official final ready to go. Elite said
oh wow, okay.
Play. So now that you're nice and
I'll back out of here. It was good playing with you guys. I'll see you all around.
Good job, man.
Good job, man.
Yeah, let's play again.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I'll see you guys later.
Great stuff. Yeah, no,
I'll
take
be
care.
watching though. Farewell. Good
Of
luck,
course.
man.
Right on, man.
All right.
All
So now
right.
we'll
That was a
wait for
great
Elite to hop
exhibition
in
match.
here.
So we might outpost.
Yeah, did you say return to the outpost? I'm
Facilitate.
sorry, I accidentally
Yeah.
I was lifting up my headset to look at the YouTube chat, and I accidentally dropped out into the mixed reality and had to come back in, and then I had to repair voice chat. So, did you guys say you wanted to go back to
the outpost?
To the outpost? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
can go
mean,
back. Yeah,
I'm at
so we're
least
just waiting for Elite at this point because Elite
gonna
did
ask him to
respond to
humor
me.
a conversation about loadouts.
Right.
I have a pretty strong feeling he's not going to want to use a bow.
And Amy,
Yeah,
just a
we
reminder,
could-
please
what
send
else
me
he's
a
willing to-
please send me a message if in the headset if there's any issues with the stream. Haven't seen one yet, so I'm hopeful.
Perfect. Yeah, and so we could stay in here if he really wants to do longswords. Then he can just tell us.
Well,
And we can use the
I'm not
longswords here.
so interested in doing longsword only. If he's willing to humor this, that if we do a default loadout, no bows.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that idea forward and see what he thinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
do
if
it.
he's wanting to do more of a
So back-
melee,
Let's
with
go
a
back to
Back to the
that.
outpost, okay.
and things like that.
All
If
right.
he's
Awesome.
more comfortable with that, he's still gonna beat
Yeah.
me.
So
We'll see.
anyway,
We'll see.
stream awesome. That's awesome news, guys. We're gonna have our exhibition match. I'm so happy about that because I was concerned that I had scheduled this thing as the final exhibition match, and we weren't going to be able to have it. But we are. Our fighter has shown up, and the exhibition
almost.
match is about to get underway. So honestly, JJ, I think this has actually turned out because we only have the one fight. We only have the one champion, Othergate, and he runs the Discord and he manages all community interactions with the Dungeons of Eternity community and fan base. So we've had an excellent interview with these guys, and this gentleman right here has a lot of great insights into the game because he's got a direct line to the developers themselves. So if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to put them in the chat. We may not get to them right away, but if you post any questions to JJ, we will see them. And let's see, Shadow Moon, which says that was a good match, good game to both of you. Good luck, Rev, says Assassin. That was super intense. He's really good with the bow too. Yeah, it was a great match. If you have any questions for JJ about Dungeons of Eternity in general, if you want to post them in the YouTube chat, we will try to get those relayed to JJ at such a time as he has an opportunity to answer them.
Yeah, for sure. And until then, we're just waiting on Elite to hop in here. He did say okay to my message in Discord, so I have a feeling he's just booting his headset up right now and maybe having connection issues, but maybe just being a little bit slow on the uptake. But we will see. Hopefully he will hop in any minute now.
Yes, I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, because commentating tends to make me thirsty, JJ. I'm going to switch to the be right back scene here for just a moment, viewers, and
I need to take a drink.
give me literally 2 minutes, and you guys, our viewers, can take a break or get a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you want to do before the match starts, and we will be back in, I predict, less than 2 minutes.
Sure.
All right, guys, we're back. So
Nice.
we're back and refreshed, and our other fighter has made his way into the arena here, and these guys are just dropping and reconnecting to make sure that everyone's connection is good and voice chat is good and all of that. But everyone is here, and the match will be underway here in just a moment.
Yes, sir. And yeah, it looks like we are, if we didn't have daylight savings time, this would be right on schedule. So
that is true.
go Revelator in here.
All right. Yep. And it looks like we've got 18 concurrent viewers right now. So
Awesome. Elite in here. Welcome, welcome. There we go. We hear you.
That's
Perfect.
working.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
All right. All right, guys. Here we
buddy.
go.
Well, let's,
Streams are good.
let's
Okay.
have a
Thank
quick
you,
chat.
Amy. Amy says streams are good.
Perfect. Let's let them do their loadout
Elite-
thing first.
Oh, okay. Yes, they got it. They have to adjust their loadout.
Yep.
What do you want to play with? And, I know yesterday we had the conversation, we ended up fighting with bows, and I'm going to guess that you don't
No.
want to have another bow fight unless you did.
No.
And so if your game, I'm willing to say default loadout, just no bows.
Okay.
So use whatever you want, just no bows. If that's okay with you. Want to make sure we both agree. Right.
Does that
Okay.
work, Elite?
Now,
Yep.
do staffs work
Perfect.
in PvP?
So I believe only the fireball staff works in
the
PvP,
fireball staff does work in PvP.
but it works differently. It basically, once your gem dies down, it regenerates, so you don't need gems.
Okay.
But yeah,
No,
you might.
but wait. If you
Go ahead.
bring your own staff, it doesn't regenerate.
Okay.
So you have
Gotcha.
to bring your own crystals.
Okay.
Oh. Well, so what are
But
you
there's a
thinking about?
strap.
Are you? Oh God, I think my battery is. Okay, no, I got juice. I have to plug in. So you going in with a fireball staff?
Sure.
Ooh, okay. So
Okay,
it's still
this will
gonna
be
a
an
ranged
interesting
battle.
match.
Interesting. Yeah, we haven't
Wow.
had fireball staff.
We have
yet.
not seen this yet. So far, all we've seen, if you go back and look at the matches from yesterday, and by the way, we have viewers that are coming in, and we've got some attrition and some turnaround in the chat room. So let me just reiterate a couple of things here. If you guys, above the fold in the description of this video is a link to the matches from yesterday. If you want to get caught up and see how things played out, just to have these two fighters in the final bracket for the championship match. That video, that live stream, edited down with all of the technical issues and everything cut out of it. It cuts right to the chase. That video is linked in the description. Let me just say that the visual quality on the first couple of matches was not great. That gets better as the video progresses. So just bear with us on that. That was a bitrate problem. Yeah, and then the leaderboard is also linked in the description. So if you want to get caught up, go ahead and do that. These fighters have just agreed on their loadout, and so that is the rules. The fighters can agree on their own loadouts and come to their own terms, and if they cannot agree, then they will have to use default longswords. And so these two fighters have just
So-
agreed, and we will have one of the most interesting matches we've had yet, because of all the matches that we had yesterday, we didn't have anything but bows and swords.
And so, are
at
you
matches.
guys okay with
One
these
time.
loadouts that you're looking at right now?
What's on your
one
back?
with a fireball and one
This is
with
what
a...
this is what happened to us earlier. You couldn't see my spear.
Oh
what's
yeah, I
on
can
his
see his
back?
fireball.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can?
Oh.
That's weird. I can't see it now. Now I can. That's,
Yeah.
That's
So,
weird.
and Revelator, you want to use a shield against that fireball staff?
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay, that is bold.
This is going to be a very interesting match, I think.
Alrighty. Well,
Okay. Well, yeah. How about this? And again, feel free to disagree. We can agree to disagree. This is what I originally had equipped. Where is it?
JJ, while he's deciding on what to do, I have an idea. Maybe
I can
after this
do
match,
Okay.
we can open it up and say, hey, if there's any viewers out here that want to challenge either one of these fighters in an exhibition match, any viewer will be welcome to do so.
Okay, yeah, you can open it up. I will have to hop off after this match, but yes, that is definitely something that you can get going if you do so feel like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I will do that, guys. After this match, I will open this. The tournament will officially be over, and if there are any viewers in here who want to participate in some exhibition matches, we can have exhibition matches so long as we have people who are willing to or who desire to fight. And when we run it, when that resource runs out, then we'll go ahead and end the stream.
All right. And so, Revelator, you're okay with having these melee weapons against a fireball ranged weapon here?
Yeah, I think so. I'm probably going to regret it.
Okay.
We will see.
All right, guys. Here we go.
Sandbox Arena it is.
Accent colored dimensional weapons.
I do the same thing. Sometimes it's hard to do if you're using a mixture of stuff.
Yeah.
I do that too.
All right, here in the Sandbox Designer.
All right. Both of these guys, I know, are very familiar with the rules, and I've also gone over them with the stream, JJ. So do you think they bear repeating, or should we just jump right in?
I think we should just jump right in.
Let's do it.
I'll get them to their corners and give them the countdown.
Let's do it. I am going to go ahead and drop out of voice chat right now. Remember, JJ, when the match begins, don't forget to drop out of voice chat and unmute your Discord so that I will be able to hear you on Discord. And Amy, please, please let me know if there are any problems with the stream.
All right. Just make sure you do that default loadout and we should be good.
And also, Amy, if you don't mind, once the match starts, please do that. Once the match starts, give me a thumbs up so that I'll know that everything's good. You hear me, you hear JJ, and everything is good for this final match. All right. One moment, guys. I'm dropping out of voice chat now. All right. The players can no longer hear me. And for the time being, JJ cannot hear me either. All right, we are good to go. Good to go. We are starting the encounter. Okay, so very interestingly, we're going to have Elite using a fireball staff. We have not seen this in the tournament yet.
Actually, Elite seems to not be using his fireball staff as an actual fireball staff because he can shoot fireballs. But right now they're throwing. So we'll see how that goes.
Interestingly, I saw him a moment ago throw his fireball staff. Was I correct in that? Amy, please give me a thumbs up, Amy, if everything is good on the stream. Thank you very much. That is funny. He has a fireball staff, and instead of shooting a fireball, he threw it.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. And yeah, we'll see. Maybe he's just trying to conserve his ammo because he does have a set amount of ammo in that fireball staff. He'll have to reload.
Yes.
Oh, they're going melee now, though. Staff versus spear. There goes Revelator.
Revelator gets a kill. Revelator gets the first kill. Okay, first kill to Revelator. And I tell you, JJ, just based on my own experience in this game, which is very limited compared to yours in these fighters, but based on my own experience in these games, daggers are a very powerful throwing weapon because they're fast. They're super fast, and they seem to have more aim assist than other weapons.
Yeah, so they don't have more aim assist, but they do as the same as any other weapon that you can throw. They have aim assist. It just, because they go faster, it seems like it's more. But yeah, no, they're duking it out right now, and basically his sword. Oh, there.
And Elite gets a kill. Elite gets a kill. Revelator and ties it up. I think these guys may treat us to a very exciting final match.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, so they have they've got their daggers with the aim assist. The spear has the aim assist. Fireball staff does not, neither does his sword. So there's a couple weapons they're throwing that does not have aim assist, and I think that's sometimes for the better, because if you have that aim assist, it goes directly towards the player. So if the player just sidesteps the throw, they can easily avoid it. Whereas if you don't have aim assist, you can predict where they're going and basically hit them where they're about to be. So it's just really hard to get hits in with these ranged weapons when you don't have an official ranged weapon like a bow, with shot distance especially.
Amy, you said it's intermittent. Are we able to continue? Let me just ask you that. Revelator gets another kill.
Bravo,
every several
Revelator.
seconds now. She says the buffering is every several seconds now. Do you want to stop this match while the score is still so low and these guys are basically tied?
Ooh. Potentially, I'm looking at it right now, and it looks pretty good. I think it's probably good to keep going to not interrupt their flow.
Okay.
Plus, we only have we've already gone
Stabilized.
through the match. Yeah, and I think it
Okay,
is
good,
mostly
stabilized.
stabilized. Yeah, it's not too bad, and as long as you can hear us commentating, it should be okay. But yeah, it looks like we're
Right,
kind of
okay.
getting in the way of these players here. Oh, Revelator over here.
Yeah, we definitely want to be out of the way when they start slinging that magic, because that stuff is kind of all over the place.
For sure. But yeah, no, it looks like Revelator is still up 1 kill, and they are, they're closing the distance, closing the gap, and now, Fireball Staff is out. There we go with the first kill.
Oh, and Elite picks up a kill. Okay, that ties us up.
And he actually just used the Fireball Staff there, close range. That's what I was assuming he would do the whole time. That, I believe, is probably the strongest way to use it. But it looks like Revelator's trying to dodge it and make him waste his ammo. And yeah, if he uses all of his shots, then he won't be able to continue with it. But as there is only 4 minutes remaining, he might as well use as much as he can.
Now, JJ, what is this? What was that weapon that Revelator was using with the purple, look like lightning or mana or whatever?
The one that the purple looking one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spear. That's a trident.
He was shooting something out of it.
No, Revelator. He might have been throwing his dagger, but yeah, he can't shoot. He can only throw.
What was all of that? What that? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that must
that's
have
not
been
Revelator. That's Elite. So that's his Fireball Staff. He's been shooting his Fireball Staff.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's like purple. Oh, and Elite picks up another kill,
so
ties it back up. These guys are tied.
As
with
a
3 minutes
legendary
left.
weapon, the Fireball Staff as a legendary does shoot purple fireballs. So that is what that is.
I see.
Yep.
I see. Okay.
So it looks like
so we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left with a tied match, 3-3. Okay, this one looks like it's going to go to time.
Yeah, it looks like it might. And I think he's slowly running out of those Fireball Staffs. I saw him reload a gem one time, maybe twice if I missed one. But yeah, if he keeps shooting and runs out of these fireballs, I think Revelator will have the advantage. But still, he gets a kill.
Revelator pulls ahead. Revelator pulls ahead. Yes.
Impressive.
And it looks like he is managing to avoid the shots from Elite's Fireball Staff.
Yeah, this is very impressive because I thought the Fireball Staff would just have such an inherent advantage that Revelator would have almost no chance, but it looks like Revelator is closing that gap by playing as tactically as possible. Yeah, he really is.
Particularly with as fast as it shoots, it almost looks like it's just a barrage of
it is. It's
deadly.
You can shoot faster
fireballs.
or as fast as the reload crossbow. The only disadvantage here is that he does have to reload, and it looks like he's still got enough gems to last him. So he should be at the advantage here, but I think Revelator's just playing so well that it's hard to get that advantage, hard to pull ahead for Elite.
Well, I tell you, JJ, it's like I said yesterday, at this stage of the tournament, we expect very high level, top level play, and that's what we're being treated to here.
For sure.
I tell you, I could never stand up to something like that Fireball Staff, the way he's slinging those shots. Revelator is just really showing a remarkable display of skill here.
I agree. Yeah, completely. And Revelator is up 1 kill with only about 2 minutes remaining. So he might just be able to stall out the time here. I think that might be his strategy. And yeah, it looks like Elite is over there. I don't know if they've decided not to kill each other right now or if they're really just playing as passive as they are. I don't. It's definitely not the move for Elite to not try to kill because he is down a kill, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, Elite definitely does not want to allow Revelator to run the timeout because Elite is or should be under a tremendous amount of pressure right now because not only does Elite need to win this match, but Elite needs to win the next 2 matches in order to take the championship because he's coming from the bottom bracket. So with 57 seconds left in the match, and Revelator up by 1. Elite should really be turning on the pressure right now.
Yes, he should. And I believe he might have run out of fireball shots because it doesn't look like he's shooting them anymore. Oh, there we go. Right back to it. He's got 40 seconds remaining, and he's shooting some more fireballs right as I was saying that. We'll see if he can get a kill. 30 seconds remaining. This is coming down to the Revelator.
And Revelator takes another kill. He's ahead by 2 with 10 seconds left, guys. I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be our championship match. 3 seconds, 2, 1. And Revelator takes it. Revelator is our champion. Yes, very, very good match. All right.
Congratulations.
Let's go back to
Yep.
let's go back to voice chat.
Around waiting.
Excellent, guys. What a match. Wow. That was a real treat. Guys, that was
awesome.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It was a very different dynamic than every other match I played in the whole tournament.
It really was. And it was interesting to cast, and it was interesting to watch. And one thing that JJ and I had pointed out, Revelator, was you did an amazing job of dodging and managing to stay clear of that barrage of fireballs that Elite was showing at you, was throwing at you. Yeah,
barely.
It was
killed me at least once with it. I got in too close.
Elite, how many times did you have to reload that fireball staff? Did you? Were you still remaining? With
now let me point something out.
Only
he
2.
Totally punked me on one of those kills and was like, "Oop, out of ammo." I was like, "Oh, there's my chance!" And I came around the corner and he blasted me in the base.
Oh my god! Awesome!
Wow,
well done. It was very well done.
Yeah, but that was really fun to watch, and yeah, Revelator, congratulations! Elite, if you could stick around for an interview, we would love to do that. If not, that is totally fine. But what do you think?
All right. Well, let's head back to the
talk to the fans.
So I'm looking at the YouTube chat. It looks like there was a lot of buffering going on during that match.
Buffering.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. You correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that when this stream compiles into a VOD, in other words, when we end it and YouTube turns it into a video, that it will handle it at that point in time. In other words, you can go back and rewatch it without the buffering.
I think
is that correct?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that's only if the buffering was on the audience side. If it was on your side and it was your network connection or somehow one of your connections, it probably won't fix it, but we can hope.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll have to see.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how that plays out. Hopefully,
for sure.
Yeah, and if not, I will just have to do what I can do with the magic of editing. All right, guys, we're going to head back to the. So congratulations to Revelator for our taking our championship.
Elite, yeah, and to Assassin, all the other
third place
semifinalists. You know, Butane was in there, and
everyone else in the whole.
Funky.
Yeah, Butane I believe was 4th,
Funky and
Funky,
several people.
Everyone else in the tournament, all the 60 players, or at least the 50 or 40.
Fireworks.
We're headed back to the outpost.
Fireworks are gone.
Goodbye, fireworks. That was a nice end to it with the fireworks.
All right, let's head back over to our fireplace here.
All right.
Okay, little fireplace chat again.
So you guys going to chat with him, and I'll just say I'm going to need to get going here very, very shortly. And,
Revelator, you don't want to stick around for an exhibition match with a viewer, huh?
I would love to. I've just got real life stuff. I've got things I need to get to today, but I really look forward to doing something like this again. I mean, if we're gonna,
I got you. Well,
you know, if there's going to be another tournament, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, sir, on your win.
Is it a little virtual?
Nice.
Yeah. I really appreciate you guys putting in the work on this and putting it together. And like I said, everybody involved, all the games were good. Everybody was a great sport, and I had low expectations. I thought I was going to get knocked out early on by somebody with a long sword.
And here you are. Here you are, champion.
If he had this, well, yeah. Appreciate it so much,
again.
man. And I'll talk to you on the Discord. I'll talk to you on the just ping me, hit me up.
We will be in touch for sure.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
All
right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take care.
So we've got Revelator takes first place, Elite in second, and Assassin in third place. And I think the tournament was excellent. So Elite, I can hear it in your voice. You're a young guy. How old are you, Elite?
If
14.
that's okay to ask.
14.
14, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's yeah, so that's you know, I tell you
Very
somebody,
impressive.
yeah, Assassin mentioned that earlier, and this is one place I feel like esports where being young is not a disadvantage. You know, you don't need that you don't need that upper body strength, you know, you don't need that fully developed build to have the Twitch skills, and I think Elite has shown us that. So Elite, how long have you been playing this game?
Since August.
Since August. Okay.
Nice.
So Elite was not in the beta either. I find it's interesting that none of our top three players were players since the early access beta game.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. And I think there definitely were some players in the tournament that were in the early beta, early access, and just played right as it released. But yeah, no, it is quite the coincidence that our top 3 players did not start the game when it released.
Yeah. So
yeah, go ahead. You can.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, JJ, please.
Okay. Yeah. So a similar question that we asked to Revelator and Assassin. Do you have experience from specific other VR games or real life skills that you think might have transferred over to this?
Not really. I do taekwondo. Yeah, I do that.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, actually,
Me
Assassin said
too.
he also did.
Yeah, I was taekwondo
Great
for
stuff.
years in my 20s, 25 years ago. Yeah, so I honestly, Elite, I believe that those skills do transfer over because yeah, it's
At
not
least some of them,
directly it's not directly related to the kinds of motions and things that you're doing in the game, but it's still that that training of hand-eye coordination and being able to look for attacks and things like that. So
Yes.
yeah,
100%. I believe so.
yeah. So Elite,
do
I
you have
go ahead, please.
Yeah, do you have any like flat screen game experience, or is it all just this VR experience in Taekwondo?
Yeah, I do play some Xbox.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
interesting. Okay, so Elite, you're in school. What grade are you in?
7th.
7th. And how do you like school? What's your favorite subject in school? What kind of things are you interested in?
Probably PE.
Nice.
That's
the way to go.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
great-
Yeah.
great
So
answer.
so
There
what
you
do you hope to do? You like PE? Do you hope to really do something with PE? Like maybe get into coaching or professional sports or something like that?
No, it's just the funnest class.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
I got you. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I think we can probably wrap this up. Elite, do you have anything else that you want to talk about or say?
Nope, not really.
Great.
JJ, what about you? Do you have anything that you want to put out to our viewers or on behalf of Othergate or as a community manager?
All I really want to say is thank you so much to everybody that has been involved in this tournament, whether it is the players that competed, even the players that signed up and weren't able to make it. That's okay, just to have that expression of interest. We appreciate that. Everyone who was able to make it, amazing. People who got as far as Elite, Assassin, and Revelator and top 8 players, everybody, congratulations for the players that did well, for the players that hope to do better in the next time. There should be that chance. And for all the viewers out there, appreciate you for sticking around and like Amy, for example, helping us out with the moderation of this stream. Really appreciate that. And Othergate for just creating this game and allowing us to use PvP. Yeah, that is huge. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. And the most special of all, Cayman Wolf, who was streaming this whole thing and making this whole ordeal viewable live, because otherwise I was not planning to do that. And I think it did go really well, even considering all of the technical difficulties. It was definitely fun to see. So
yeah. Well, definitely this will, we've said it before and we'll say it again in closing. This will be the worst and most difficult this ever is. So we have learned a lot of lessons from doing this, and JJ, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do my little channel sign off here, and we will wrap it up. Let's check the YouTube chat real fast and see if there's any questions or anything from any of the viewers. Thanks for hosting. It was great to watch. You're welcome, Net Taylor. It was a pleasure to be able to host this thing, and I'm very thankful for to Other Gate and
looks
to
like there
JJ
aren't
for
any
allowing me to
final
do it.
questions, at least yet. If anybody does have final questions, feel free to put in the chat, either for Elite, myself, or Cayman. And if we don't receive anything, then yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, and you can leave them as a comment once we close the stream out. So when the stream first closes out, it will probably be unlisted for a short time. If you have the link to the stream, you will still be able to access it, but it probably will not be searchable on YouTube for a short time as I allow it to to process up to high definition, and then I will edit it and make it available again. Thank you so much to our combatants. Thank you to Elite and Revelator and Assassin and all of the other fighters who did an excellent job, and were all excellent sports. I pointed that out several times yesterday, and I'll point it out again, that everyone was a tremendous sport, and everyone was very, very polite to one another and complimentary of one another, and that was great to see, particularly in this in this platform. That was very encouraging thing to see. So guys, I really appreciate you very much. Thank you to our viewers. Without you guys, a live stream is not possible. So it's really all about you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the chat. And this is Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer. For the time being, I am signing off. Guys, I love you all very much. We'll see you next time. And I am out.
Yay. Cool. Well, Elite, anything off camera you